Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. That's out in Marshall County, by the way. Come to the mall here in Gadsden. But my friends out there. Oh, and you can find us also on syndicated television, and that's Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah, you got to find that as well. The newscasters.com. Truth does matter, and so we're here to talk about the truth about the Gadsden Mall. I have Kaylie Johnson with me, right? You are the general manager here.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I've got to say, it's just like going down through time, some time. So I grew up in Oxford, and there was the mall down there,
Yep.
and a lot of businesses. Christmas time seemed like Christmas. So Dad moves us to a farm, and I said, we're being like the Waltons, Dad. There was nothing. There was nowhere to shop. There was nothing. And he said, yes, there is. There's the Gadsden Mall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we come down here, and it was just like Christmas. I mean, because you get to see all the beautiful displays at the stores and what have you. So you guys are making it happen. And by the way, a very safe place to be.
Thank you.
That's a major thing right there.
Well,
so what have you done to turn things around?
well, I think first thing is, a little background of me is I come from retail.
Right.
So I know how.
That makes a difference.
Yeah, it does, because I understand, what people want from a business. I understand, what their expectations are, their fears, their worries, how to talk them through it, because I know what it's like. I know what it's like from the bottom to the top. And some things that we've done here in the Gadsden Mall, as I would hope and that everybody notices, is just brighten it up a little bit. So we've changed some painting. We've been doing some work on the interior and exterior. We've added some more plants because everyone, I feel like everyone breathes better. We're a little bit more stressless, a little less stressful with some extra plants. We have gone through our tenants, making sure that we're keeping a full house. So
so you understand little things like shipping and when the boxes come in. What do you do with all? So you understand these things. What it's like to run the business.
Yes, I do. I know what it's like to take the trash out. I know what it's like, to not get home till late and sweep the floors and mop the floors and open up, count the money. So I know what that's like. So when, and I think, that kind of, correlates with, our store managers here. I previously worked at the Bath & Body Works here. I worked here 7 years. So I can
you moved up with I wanted to mention this too. She moved up with the company like pretty fast. Yeah. But it was your hard work and dedication that caused it.
That and, the experience behind it. I went to college, to be, marketing major. So a lot of that correlated into how I got here. And then the previous general manager, James, hopefully you'll get to meet him one day. You'll absolutely love him. Love James. He took a risk and I took a risk. But yeah, working here for 7 years, there's a lot, Diamonds Collection, Maurice's, you go Jimmy Jazz, Hibbett's, with the Alley, they're new, but they've been here for a few years. Those are all the same owners. Those are all the same managers. So I had a relationship with them then, and I still have a relationship with them now. And so it's nice because I can get that feedback. What can we do better? And as a manager, I got to see what I wanted them all to do. So when I got here, I was like, oh, we can do this now. Let's do this. And when people were like, no, I'm like, well, why? And so I think that's the greatest thing. And then, we've been kind of sourcing outside the mall. I think that was an opportunity with previous ownership is they wanted to stick into the mall and support in the mall. And I think that's great. But as a community and to serve the community, we've got to support everyone else too. So it's bringing in the small, companies or big companies. Like today, we had McKellen chiropractor here offering free massages and free back scans. And it's for free. I wanted to see, how their business would do and how it affects us, and you kind of study that and get that feedback, and then you implement it next time. So I think it's always having something going here, and I think it's just the relationship behind. And I like to do walks around, see how everybody's doing, look at their sales. I'm like, hey, you did a great job this month, but you didn't beat last year. What was the difference? So there are cons to that stuff. I don't like seeing one of my tenants not beat their last year's sales. So what was it? Was it something we didn't do a launch? Was it something we didn't have the traffic? What can we do to improve for next year? And I feel like that's one thing that I love. And then our company, Cohen Retail Group, owns us. They bought us last year, October 4th, 2022, and I absolutely love Cohen. they're making some changes. They're supportive. They're kind of allow us to do things within the community. Another thing is, with the chamber and Rotary and stuff, you get to meet a lot of people.
And I love the chamber here.
Yeah.
Rotary too.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, people, it's like a spider web. This person knows this person, this person knows this person, and you just start building
And they
these
just put you in
relationships.
touch with
They
everybody.
do, and then that's all it is, and it's just a simple conversation that's usually less than 5 minutes. That's really what it is.
Let's talk about connecting the dots with
Yeah.
relationships, because that's what it's all about. You build your own network,
Yeah.
and everybody has their own little sphere of influence, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess I don't know if we talked about this, with John. So my first meeting with you here and doing it was with John Merrill, and John Merrill gave me John's number, and John gave me John's number. And I have a bunch of John and Mikes in my life. Yes, and we got a business deal out of this, and not just any business, a 20-year business deal. And this kind of started that roll down the hill of multiple other ones and stuff that we're talking about, and improvements and updates and investments, and as entertainment and things that support what people need. And it's really about the relationship.
Let's talk a little bit about Gadsden, Alabama.
Okay.
And I love Gadsden, and I'll have to tell you, and I'm saying this in a very nice way. I mean, very big compliment. So Phil and I, every year for our anniversary, he'll say, "Where do you want to go?" I wanted to go to Chicago because I'd heard about the pizza.
Yeah.
That's the reason I wanted to go. The pizza, nothing
Yeah.
else. So we get there, and I'm looking at all the water around Chicago.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And it reminds me, this place reminds me of Chicago in the landscape of it. With the water, and
Yes.
you're looking at the water. You got the bridge. You got all this really wonderful stuff here in Gadsden. My son was actually born at the hospital here.
Okay, nice.
I started my corporate job in Gadsden, so I've got ties to Gadsden as well.
Yeah, I love, we just got some pictures, and, let's see if we can kind of show a little bit of the water access that we have here and stuff. And there's just so much opportunity here. We have the dog park that's right beside us. You've got people that come here and they just sit here and take their lunch. We have this little area that a lot of people will come and just park and take their lunch. I have ideas. I have big dreams, and I have been talking about them, and I feel like if you can talk about them, you can manifest them. And there are some great ideas that I would love to put at the Gadsden Mall that includes the water. It's Alabama. It's Gadsden. I'm from Cherokee County, so we have Wise Lake, so I understand the water.
We got a pond.
So yeah, I think that's been a great asset.
There's something
to
about
us.
water soothing.
It is. You've got, when you look at water, a lot of people think of water, and then, if there's food on the water, it's always the best food. You've got the sunsets and the sunrises, and there's just a lot of sports and entertainment that can involve water. So yeah, those are ideas that we're looking at, and hopefully we can sign, seal, and deliver some things for that.
I'm just telling you, it's captivating. When I came here, the first time I met you, I knew it was going to be a great partnership. I just knew it, because all of the folks I do business with, I really think of them as my partners in business. And of course, I'm kind of the mother end of this, and she's the daughter. If I had a daughter, you'd be her.
I do believe that.
You really would. But it's the way you work and the way you connect with people, and that's so important. I've been in malls before where the mall manager could care less.
Yeah, I've run into that, and it's not even necessarily mall managers. I think it just has managers and certain positions that can be like that. And I think sometimes it's maybe a time management or maybe a personality. But for me, my time is limited. I have a calendar that is booked all the time. There's always something. But building this and having this conversation with you, it's not even a whole hour, and I think a lot of people miss that. And I think that's what it is. You can make the eye contact, shake the hands, exchange names, exchange information, and, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I need, and you build that relationship from there. And I think that's the key to it. It doesn't.
Well, and you don't know this, but I've been around and talked several times to a lot of business owners here. Not one person has had one negative thing to say about you. So I'll say, I've been here talking with Kaylie, and And it's like they're very attentive, and you can always tell when somebody likes the mall manager.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to say this. You don't take nonsense. And what I mean by that is I feel safe coming here at night.
Thank you. Thank you. We have come a long way.
I think that's the number one reason people don't go to a mall. They don't feel safe.
Yeah, when we were taken over, and I got to be into that threshold of making those decisions, there were incidents that happened, and I happened to be at a doctor's visit around this time, and I told them what I was doing, and they're like, you know what, we hear all these bad things about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you hearing? And it was related to being unsafe, and so I was asking them, the questions, about that, and so we had to implement some policies and rules to help contain that as far as a safety. And I think once that I had to take that hard foot and put my foot down, and not only get my team to support me, but the Gadsden Police Department to support me, we were able to make movement. And I think not only did the community, appreciate that, but I feel like a lot of my tenants appreciated that too as well.
Absolutely, because when a big deal about owning a business is theft.
Yeah.
But when people say you're not going to put up with it, and you're the top, you're the general manager, and you're not going to put up with that stuff, it feels family friendly now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And ours, as far as theft, people are they're going to take what they want, no matter. Our biggest, was the children and the bullies and the violence, and what I was seeing from 12-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 16-year-olds old. And I have a 6-year-old and I have a 12-year-old, and I could not imagine the behavior from that. So we made a decision, and I felt great about my decision. I felt confident about it, and we have all the support that we need, and we'll continue doing what we need to. But if anyone feels unsafe, I'd love for them to tell me, because I'm like, okay, great, that's another opportunity.
I promise you, it's a no-nonsense approach.
Yes.
She'll handle it. She most certainly will.
Yes.
Kaylie, we've got to go into a commercial break. Can you believe this?
Every
So
time.
let's go.
It's not enough time.
Never enough. We're going to have to block 2 hours.
Yes.
So we'll be back in just a minute. Everybody go ahead, and we'll be right back.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Good afternoon. We're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. Thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors. We're so proud to be with you today, and all of our listeners. You guys are great. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Wanted to thank the Chamber of Commerce, too, by the way, right here in Etowah County. They've been a huge help. We definitely appreciate everything. We're going to put an ad in their they have this magazine that goes out. I've got to hurry up because Philip, by the way.
Yes.
Philip Hall has been after me. So he just found it. He said, I have to just be at you all the time.
Yeah.
And I said, that's true, because I'm really, really busy. So thank you for keeping me straight and narrow.
Yes.
So appreciate that, Philip. And they're also airing the show there Monday through Friday in that great big huge lobby they have with this huge television.
Yes.
So we're proud to be part of that as well. I have Kaylie Johnson with me right now. She's the general manager of the Gadsden Mall, and it's just so good to be with you today. I feel it's like this positive atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, because of management. It starts at the top. Management really cares.
It does. Yeah, we really do. I have Jerry. He's my operations manager. He's been here for 20 years.
I met Jerry. He's a neat guy. We're friends on Facebook now.
Good. I love Jerry. He's always got a good fun fact for you. And then I have Ashley. She's my bookkeeper, my accountant. She does all. I'm the cookie and she's all my crumbs. She keeps me together. I'm like, save me. And she is there to save me.
Is she kind of like radar on MASH? Where before you say something you want to happen, she just comes in here and just kind of dubs it over you.
Yeah,
she's a little bit like that.
Yeah, pretty much. If I want a coffee, my coffee's already there on my table. I have come in.
I would like to help her. Here it is.
Yeah, I have come into my office and my lights off, everything. Open my office door and there is a fresh coffee sitting on my desk. I'm like, thank you, sweet baby.
I didn't even say it yet, Radar.
Yes. But no, back to that. I think this is something I would love to talk about too. So, we have sponsored and helped sponsor the Kusa on the Ice. So I don't know if you've got to go by there or
Never
not.
been.
You need to go. It's the first time the city's ever done it. We actually went. We did the ribbon cutting last Thursday, and I got to, conversate with John Moore and Craig Ford, and Miss Janet. Janet, you did a phenomenal job. You definitely deserve to be called out for that. So Janet Terrence, she is like the city event coordinator, and so we went, and they had so many different food options. And the one thing I loved about the food options is they catered to the cold weather. You have hot cocoa, the barbecue.
Oh, yeah. You got me there.
Street corn, and then you get all these shops and things. So if you ever go by, you go take your kids ice skating, you'll get to see the big Gadsden Mall support there.
This reminds me of the movie It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, and they blow the fake snow, so the kids are on there and they got fake snow falling. It is really beautiful. They got the big stage. You get the Granch and Santa and Cindy Lou Who. We did that. We just had a big event, and I want to do it next year. So if there's anybody that's interested in sponsoring giveaways, we have another radio station that did like a remote, and it's a $5,000 giveaway. And we had a winner, Miss Renee, who won $5,000 worth of merchandise and product and gift cards, a grill.
What a Merry Christmas she's done.
Yes. And we got some Monster Jam tickets and things. So I think that's one thing that Gadsden Mall, I think that we kind of could do a better opportunity as well as getting our name out there. There's no one representing the mall in clubs and meetings and conversations, and I'm just right there in the middle. I will, if there is a group, I will spread. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What are we talking about? So, I think that's what we needed. So and I love it. I love doing this job. They'll have to pull me out scratching before I go, because any job I have is my career. It's my permanent. So leaving retail was a big leap of faith for me. It was a comfort. I was content.
And not many people can say that about retail.
I loved retail. I really loved the people. I loved the fast pace. It made me feel really good.
And your day was just like
I loved seeing people come in and panic. And I'm like, I got you. What you need. And doing 8 things, and and you're running employees from having a staff of 20 to a staff of 80. It feels good. I do. I like the fast paced stuff though. So yeah.
Oh, I do too. Yeah. I mean, time. It's like you feel your it's like your aura changes, and people pick up on that really fast.
Yeah. I had a lady, I think it was in 2019, I had some reindeer ears, and I had these bells on, and I was just walking around, and she had told one of my assistants, and she's like, I can tell that's the store manager, and I was just popping down through there. We would give out water and candy for the fussy kids, and the parents parents are trying to shop, and the kids are screaming. I'm like, we got this, baby. So here's your candy and here's your water. But it is. It's great service in the people. Everybody has the pros and cons. I mean, I have pros and cons too as well. There's days I go home and I'm like, yes, I had a great day. And there's some days I'm like, okay, we need to restart this day all over again. But I think there's people that are made for it and people that are not, and you have to find your niche and what you're best at and just roll with it. And don't be. And I will say, there's a lot of people that are a lot like me and that can do exactly my job, if not better. It's okay to ask questions, and it is absolutely okay to be told no. I don't like being told no. But if you're told no, always ask why. And there's always going to go.
There's always another opportunity.
There is always another pathway around that no. And I feel like that was a influence that was given to me, and I have taken it and I have run with it, and it's worked for me.
And she most certainly has. Now, you guys are at full capacity right now?
Absolutely. We are 100% full. I have no spaces left. I have no carts left. I have a few tables.
You have to bust out the sides, girl.
Yeah, this year, absolutely. Last year, we were on that roll to it. We barely missed our goal, but this year I started locking in July, August with holidays, and what I'll start doing the same thing. I'll start with my year-round and then start trickling down. But next year, I hope that we're busting out the complete seams that my entire hallways are filled. I would love that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
it's going to happen because, again, friendly, safe, all those great things. So let's talk about things you do. It's not just Christmas. Now, you guys have activities going on here. You do anything especially for, say, Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day last year, and what we'll do this year is once, Santa comes down, we put up our big Valentine's Day setup, and, the people that walk in the mall and they're having a moment and they want to come and take pictures and stuff, they can do that. We'll usually have a couple vendors, with a Valentine's Day, and we work closely with the marketing of, our current tenants events and stuff. And then we have Easter. The Easter Bunny will be here with live bunnies. So we do that every single year. And that's something that we're working on now.
That's cuteness overload.
It is. It really, really is. But our goal this year is how do we have more events in between all these big events? So things like scholastics, reached out to them, can we get, maybe a group in and give away free books to kids and, do a, reading.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, that would be great.
Dolly Parton has really been phenomenal. So she has this whole system with books for young kids.
Yeah.
The right kind of books.
Yeah. And, Dr. Seuss Day is coming up and Earth Day. So it's recognizing the different things that we can celebrate as a whole that are not just your Christmas and Easter and 4th of July and Labor Day, your national PTO days. So what outside those PTO days? And, this year our goal is for back to school is another big event that we've been talking about. We want to get a school bus. We're going to school bus, fill it with school supplies, and we will donate it to the schools in most in need. There are a lot of schools that can afford and support. We will do the ones that are most in need. So we start from the bottom and we'll work our way up. So there's a lot of events, but our next big event, outside of Christmas, will be our Valentine's Day and Easter that we're looking for.
Mother's Day, always.
Mother's Day is
people who
always
forget.
insane.
And this is what my husband says. My husband says you're just like flooded with gifts on Mother's Day, but he gets throw them a tie or something, then they're out the door. Let's bring some awareness to fathers because I think they get a little jealous of because we get doted on so much.
I mean, I feel like we do a great job in our household with Father's Day. I love my husband. My kids love their dad. And we have a big family, and he has brothers and all that. So we try to get everybody together, a good cookout. I feel like that's always suffice, maybe a blow up for all the kids, water slide or something, But yeah, I do think men do need to be recognized more. But, don't forget the women. Behind every good man is a woman.
I also wanted to mention the cleanliness because I was at a mall one time, not around here, not in this area, and my grandmother always said if she went to a restaurant she had never been to before, she would go to the bathroom. If the bathroom was dirty, she wouldn't eat there. And there were times she would grab us by the arm and say, "Let's leave," because she didn't like what she saw in the bathroom. These are clean restrooms here.
Thank you. We have a good handful of housekeepers. Everyone has their designated area that they go to. I know a lot of people that visit our mall, their first thing is it's outdated. Just because it's outdated doesn't mean it's not clean. We keep it clean. We do our best. Jerry, the operations manager, that's his specialty. But yeah, you're always going to find a housekeeper somewhere. There's usually on average we have 3 or 4 a day, and it's always rotating.
There's no the artwork in the hallway going to that's pretty.
Oh, I've had 2 different ones. We have the big Gadsden that's over there by the rainbow. That was done by Miss Summer Rice. The one that's working on now, we have our jungle theme and under the water. That's Miss Kia Bugs. That she's doing that, and she's been doing phenomenal on it. And the goal that we wanted was just to try to find something that was kid friendly. That when the kids walk down the hallway, they're like, "Ooh, look at this and look at that." And we have some different ideas that we want to do. But I think I have talked to Miss Patel. That's with the Rotary. I think that's with Miss Nadia. I think that's how you say her name. I might be saying her name wrong. I'm so sorry.
Sounds right to me.
And she gave me a lot of tips and points. I got to finally meet her. She is great. She is phenomenal. And hopefully I can partner with her in the springtime, and we can really implant a plan that will make the mall as a whole and tell a story. But right now we have all the fun stuff to look at and stuff. But yeah, we're getting there. But Miss Kia, she's done a phenomenal job.
This girl's dived in.
And y'all can use Kia, just don't. You can use her after I'm done with her. After,
yes, please. Okay, so Kaylie, about 46 seconds.
Okay, I can do 45 minutes more.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm sure we could. Time does fly.
Yes.
So what would you like to tell the folks before we go, and how can they find the Gadsden Mall?
Well, the Gadsden Mall, we have our Gadsden Mall Facebook that you can always go on there, and you can always message our Facebook Messenger. I will try to respond as quickly as I can. You can email kjohnson@krigproperties.com. Mall office number is 256-547-0501, and the address is 1001 Rainbow Drive Gadsden, Alabama 35901. And our suite number, our office, we're located right here by Martin's across from Gadsden's Men's Fashion and TLD Clothing. And like I said, if anybody has any, feedback for us, give us a call, send me an email. Absolutely welcomed.
Absolutely. And if you're thinking about starting another business or expanding, I know you're full capacity right now.
I am. I'm completely full, but we can put you on a waiting list. We've never had a waiting list. I would love to start one, and we can just start going down it. If you'd love to put on that waiting list, you can do Facebook, email, or give me a call at that number.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kaylee. For
Absolutely.
everything
Thank you,
you're
Donna.
doing.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. And thank you for watching. We definitely appreciate it. We'll see you next time.